Next round.
I've done 8 points of damage in two rounds in a row to it. 8 and then 8 and then yes.
Heroes are first. Defending is approved. Roll your onslaught against this child zombie. It's probably one of the ones that Yana hated.
Yes.
That's fucking brilliant.
Oh, fine.
Finally.
Yeah.
Hooray! I thought this thing would hold you guys off until the bad guys arrived. So, no problem. You've killed the last of the zombies here. The library is lit up with various magical lights all over the place, fixed to the walls and such. You realize that you probably got less than 2 minutes to live.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
The picture
we're gonna go get we need to go get that painting. So
yes, the
No
picture
problem.
of the old library.
I dump books on the floor and I walk across the books inside the section.
You don't even need to go inside of the section.
Oh, that's right. It's not in there.
No.
Yeah, that's right. It's on the wall outside.
Yeah, you were totally safe from the floor, but good job remembering it was there. So now, unfortunately, to get it down, the quickest way, as pointed out earlier, is by using a knife going around the outside of the frame. So my question is, who wants to do the knife roll? They can be more than one person. It's pretty big. Anybody with a knife? I need knife skill roll. This is to do it without going like.
Yeah, I'll do it. How big is it?
About as big as the side of a mid-sized house.
Okay, decent size.
Let's put it this way: 2 of you are going to be. It's like 2 of you carrying like 50-pound sacks of flour. Awkward as shit and heavy as shit. Surprisingly heavy is how I'd phrase it. Paintings themselves, normal size paintings, are surprisingly heavy even without the frame.
Yeah, yep.
But this thing is like it's like carrying a rolled up carpet of heaviness.
Yes, I'm assuming it's nailed to the frame.
Yeah, there's no easy way to take it out. How's that knife skill going? I just need a successive full.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah, by 70.
From you other 2, give me dex rolls. This is, you're trying not to destroy the painting and like hold it up and get it rolled up and stuff without cracking up.
No, nice.
Chris, you get her plus 10% if she needs it. Wait, she rolled really well too. No problem. They roll it up like they are professional art thieves specializing in oversized paintings.
It's as if we've stolen pictures before.
Mm-hmm. You guys have it rolled up. My question is, who are the 2 minimum, all 3 of you can do it if you want, that are going to be carrying this enormous painting?
Why don't you 2 carry it so I can fend off against our attacker because he'll be here soon.
Yep.
Do you need a healing pot?
You know what? Give me one just in case.
All right, I'll give you the fresh one. That way it'll actually... But it is only a minute. It is only a hit point a minute. So it can't be used in combat.
Oh, well.
They're non-combat. They're non-combat. I was just whether or not you... I wasn't sure if your regen's working.
Yes, it is.
All right. Do we want to... No, that's probably not worth grabbing half a dozen books out of the...
Let's just go. We can talk as we're walking.
No, I was just thinking it's probably not worth grabbing stuff out of the forbidden stacks. Presumably the door's been opened up and the runes have been dispelled.
You guys hurry down back to the Arthur P. Wimple thing. You get there as you see, it looks like the former head of the school. He looks like he's got glowing green eyes and much more skeletal visage. And he goes, I see you. And he has an assload of zombies that he's literally walking over to try to get to you because they are having trouble with the stairs.
You don't look well, Mr. Jessup.
Where are you going with that? That's school property, he says. And he begins to have his hand glowing black as he summons forth some sort of dark energy.
We head down the long, dark corridor
everybody give me a dodge roll at full as you guys quickly retreat. Because he can't get to you quickly because walking over zombies is not easy. Especially since they won't stop moving. Did anybody fail their dodge? No?
No.
Yana's got a super high fucking dodge there, doesn't she? Cool.
Mhm.
All right. So you guys head over through the dungeons and such until you get to the room, and you realize that it all comes down to a fairly hard thing to do because it is an escape route, but Jesus, it's not an easy one. You get to the dungeons, and you get to the one that has, fortunately, it's still there. Oh, you're so happy it's still there. It seems to be some sort of a lighthouse, and yeah, there it is. Now, the good news is that you can all grab hold of the painting so that you can all go through. So what you're gonna have a primary person doing the willpower thing to get through, and then the R2 can support him. So who's doing the primary willpower dealing?
I suspect Doc's got the best willpower of the
And the lightsaber. So that makes him the Jedi.
Yep.
So I'm going to Jedi on that shit.
All right, so you other two, give me willpower times 3 rolls. If you succeed, not only do you get a check in willpower, but you give Doc a plus 5% to save PC's lives.
0-1.
Plus 10% to save PC's lives. Yana, I'm guessing that doesn't make it.
No.
I have a 30 willpower, she says. You can fuck right off, Logan. All right, fine. Chris, give me a willpower times 3 plus 10%.
By half.
Nice.
By more. I got times 1.
You guys stare desperately at the lighthouse, and it becomes more and more real, and you can hear the waves crashing, and you hear the running towards you through the corridor, and get them, and from Jessup, and then you are there. You are standing in front of the lighthouse in Gothic, clutching a fucking huge, heavy-ass fucking painting, standing on the beach, watching the seagulls wheel above the lighthouse in the blue sky.
Excellent.
It reminds Doc Fulton of the old days and the burning spiderweb dreams that continue to haunt him. You remember talking to some really pretty lady who was pumping one of your friends for information, and he kept telling her things, and you wanted to slap the taste out of his mouth.
I think she was wearing a green dress too.
Take a card for a hell of a memory. You remember her first name?
I'm not that good.
So, you're standing on the beach
It was fun.
without any drinks. Everybody give me a cryptozoology roll on liches.
I'm sure he'll get over it.
You'll get better, you think? Yeah, no.
Meh, everybody says in unison. Where to? Alcohol, bar, what?
Ooh,
The white dove?
Yes, the white dove.
do like that.
Exactly.
Why do you call it the black dove?
You have to ask.
Yeah, I'm curious as to... Anyway, yes.
You guys hump this heavy ass shit all the way back. You're pretty fucking exhausted by the time you get it back there. The foreman comes up and he goes, "Hello?" He sees the woman with no name and runs away.
That's understandable. So let's bring this in.
You see the workmen, the noises are going away as they are hiding or running away also. You're not sure what's up. Apparently it's their day off and they just remembered all sudden like. He was going to ask you something, but that's gone.
All right, so we shall deposit this somewhere, get cleaned up, as we need to get the zombie goop and ghoul goop off us.
No problem. You put it into a random room and shit. I mean, yeah. If you had a carpenter with you, you could make a new cool frame or anything. Is anybody a carpenter?
Yes, we don't have Alex Kinley with us.
He did build a Shinto temple once to impress the Japanese government, I believe.
Yeah, it's something I could potentially work it out, but actually, that's right. It was pointed out to me that.
Oh no, that's her. You hear somebody say, "Run, run, you fool!"
I didn't do anything.
Yet.
Somebody's pre-warned him by the sounds of it.
You notice a picture of the woman with no name. Have you seen this woman? If so, run.
All right. Once we've cleaned up and... All right. So, do we want to peg it up and try and go through?
Yes.
You are going to need to, it's big enough that you can't just lean it against the wall. It's not that stable. So you're going to need to get it framed and hung in order to really do it. Unless you want to look down at the ground and you're thinking that's probably not a great idea. Especially if you try coming back out. Won't that be fun?
Yes.
And
it will be.
Any carpenters that you'd hired appear to have fled because the woman identified as, oh no, not her, showed up.
I will wait outside. You go get them.
Okay.
It shows townspeople walking by her.
What did you do?
I have no idea.
Some lady snatches her kid up from the middle of the street. No, no. Grabs a random passing hansom cab. Drive, drive.
I'm not that famous. Like,
No, just around here. Anywhere else in the city, you have not encountered this, but apparently somebody in this area has warned people who are working here or living close by about you.
Oh no. I will deal with that later. Okay.
She vows revenge.
Yes.
All right. So, do we just want to get a frame put on it? Nothing fancy?
Yeah.
Right. No problem. Are you going to go out and find somebody and bring them back their homes?
Yep.
Sure. Give me a research roll to find somebody competent who is willing to do this and not ask a lot of questions, and you'll pay extra so he forgets about it and all that.
I was going to say, don't we have carpenters working on this place?
You did before they fled.
No, the caretaker should be around.
You did before he fled. He has been especially briefed on the fleeing thing. He took he was the one who came up and started talking to you and then saw her and ran away.
I thought he just hid, not fled completely.
Oh, no. He's anxious to do a good job and, more importantly, stay alive while doing it. So he is currently visiting a different country.
Yes, so make a research roll.
All right, no problem. You eventually find competent carpenters and stuff who you're like, do you know Mildred? And they're like, no. And they're like, and you're saying, all right. Yeah, they tell you they'll give you a free quote. They don't know exactly how big and all that.
It's big.
Yeah, big, great, big. They send a guy out to take a look at it. So you got the old place, the old elephant, huh?
Yep.
That's good. I was wondering if it'd get demolished and built into something else. Have you seen this woman? He says, reading a poster. Funny. You take him in. He looks at the painting, and he says, "Where do you want it mounted?" Because once it's up, these doorways mean that it's going to probably stay where you want it.
Yeah, because of the size of it.
Yeah, it's big.
Yes, yes.
Big. So you need it in a big room.
Mm-hmm.
Big.
Have we got a big room? Have we got any big rooms in the private areas?
Sure, you guys can have like a big fucking library type of room that has no books in it yet, but sure. I mean, I'm leaving it up to the PCs to design this. It's your guys' project. So if you want a giant library type of space that has a bunch of empty shelves, then you can eventually gather together all the sanity draining books that you can find and put them into one place. Chris, you remember doing that in the past? And then luring new people in and saying, just wait for us in here. We'll be back in a bit. And then seeing what they read for fun. The Swamp House group is rather a horrible lot of people. But yeah, so whatever you, or you could have a big cafeteria type thing, whatever. It's up to you.
Well, if we have like an area where people can, like the sitting in chairs and
it's up to you. You are literally rebuilding the place, Pete. Pick what you want.
Yeah. What do you guys reckon? Library type room, or
you guys discuss that. I'll be right back.
I think library would be the best. It's plus, if it's just for us, not for anybody else, I don't want to.
Yeah, that's the intent. It's private. It's a private area, just for our group. This is, of course, where the carpenter fumbles and destroys the painting, and we ask Matt to kick Logan repeatedly.
What'd you settle on?
Yeah, we'll go with a library in our private area.
Great.
Library style room.
A big fucking library for this size painting. No problem.
Mm-hmm.
He says 60?
As in silver.
Oh, God. He says, wait, you're thinking gold? Give me a bargain roll, as you are now engaged in bargaining. He was thinking silver, but
yeah, I know. I just
wanted
to clarify.
He's totally
I certainly wasn't going to give him. I certainly wasn't going to give him 60 gold for it. I was going to. If he said gold, I was going to say bye bye.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a bargain roll. Let's see what you can do with this.
Bargain.
Says I remember you're a master bargainer.
1.
Wow. They can do it for less. He's not happy that you got him down to 40 silver because he wanted 60. He was hoping for 60 at lunch for all of his men, but you bargain him down to 40, and they're unhappy, but they'll do it.
I'll shout them lunch if they do a good job.
So 40 plus lunch?
If it's a good job, yeah.
All right. No problem. It'd be 3 guys, 2 silver each for lunch. So that'll end up being 46 if they do a good job. They are going to try their carpentry roll. They do this for a living. Let's see if their boards nailed across the painting and shit. No, they do a good job. So you end up paying 46.
And I tip them 10 silver.
They seem mollified. They're almost back to where they started, but yeah.
I was happy to pay him 60 silver until he tried to haggle.
Yeah, he learned his lesson there. So you now have the thing nailed up here. It's your mystical library thing now. I mean, sure, you did find a new enemy and stuff who might end up being slightly miffed.
Just slightly, though.
Slightly miffed.
Okay. I can live with that.
At least he's not pissed, right?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. I like how the zones get reused over and over with different fucked up shit happening. That is beautiful. Let's see. Library. There we go. Okay. So how do you, I need exactly what you're going to do, because memory says this works differently than the drawing of the
Lighthouse.
lighthouse. Thank you.
So I have not entered it previously, so I'm not too sure how this one actually works. I knew there was something about it. I don't know about if either of you two have actually managed to enter it.
Yeah, you focus your magical being upon it and you step through. It's not quite the same as the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, spot hidden roll from anybody who cares. Some of you may have seen it. I'm not sure.
Got it.
Huge painting of the library. Yep. Those who made it see it. Notice that it does have a small signature down in the corner. It says Swift.
It's the kind of place that you would look for the D book and give it to someone and have them read it.
The D book is rather fucking nasty.
Well, all the alphabet books are bad.
Mm. So, yeah, if you decide you want to get in, they need to know exactly what you're doing. If you're focusing magical lessons, I got that. Anything else is what I'm wanting to blah, blah, blah.
All right.
And oh, everybody refill your hand for your new toy. You all feel good, not sanity gaining good, but good for having a new toy.
We don't feel sanity gaining good for taking out a ghoul?
You might at the end of the adventure if you remind me about it. If you fail to remind me about it, you probably won't. But right now, you're just feeling good because you have a new toy. Although, if Yana had that fucking silvery thing with look like a scepter, she'd probably feel better about it. But nobody will buy it for her.
Joshua, why?
All right. I suppose vampire only. Discard and redraw.
Hooray! We'll get that 2 gold out of him eventually, Yana.
It's my mission for this adventure.
All right. I suppose the question is there anything we think that might even make our transition into it easier?
And it's like just an old library.
It looks like an old library that it's the kind that has some scrolls and shit in the painting and everything. Yeah, old. Very cool looking library. Some of the books are bigger than you are type of cool library. Yes. And Yana, wait, give me a spot hidden roll.
Yes.
There's one book. It's really small, a very thin book called the Pop-Up Book of Phobias.
Ooh. This seems interesting.
So, we're going to step through?
Yes, let's do it.
As I said, is there anything else we think that might make our transition in easier?
Yes, that is the question.
No, let's just go.
Well,
Okay.
I figure if you guys can't do it on your own, I think I can drag people through with.
Okay.
So you guys are going to try it on your own first. It's an excellent way to get a check in essence. Each of you give me an essence ×2 roll. Doc has already been in there before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's staying back and not doing anything to see if you guys can.
Yep. Come here.
After running into the wall a few times, the woman with no name seems to have given
Painting's
up.
over here.
I'm trying.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
This far.
All right. They both bounce off the wall a couple times, Chris.
Yeah, like
So
put the hand against it and try and go in. But yes, no, it doesn't seem to work.
Okay. So exactly what is Fulton doing? Aside from the focus on it, which we all know, but anything else?
You know what? I put the glasses on and look at it. I have not done this.
Oh, that's weird. All right, sure. Mark off a charge from your many, many charges you now have. Look at how many charges I have.
No, we've got 2 glasses.
Yes. Yes, you have one. He has one, as far as I
Yes,
know.
that's right.
And do you know why the woman with no name has none? Because nobody fucking loves her enough to get her some. That's why. Because they won't buy her anything. Not a scepter, not glasses, nothing. It's sad. It's criminal, I tells you. So, right, you look through it. Give me an analyze magic there, Fulton.
By shitloads.
It seems to be a simple concentration type gate. No surprises at all. It seems to go into, give me, since you made that by a shitload, give me a learn roll for a new skill of some sort coming at you. Don't worry.
15.
Probably. What? God damn it.
Nice.
Got it.
Well done.
Pick up L space theory, as in L like lemur. It seems to be hooked up to libraries, possibly all libraries.
All libraries.
Possible. You're not sure how to get through it, and it could be extremely hazardous. GM warning, it's extremely hazardous. But you might be able to visit all libraries through this library as it's hooked into L space.
Oh.
Hence your new skill, which is L space theory.
Inform.
Which also gives you L space theory is also L space navigation is at learn. You have no check in that yet, but you pick up the skill at learn, L space navigation.
Okay.
Good luck. You'll probably be lost in the fucking children's library at Berkshire.
No, we'll end up in the library in Burlington where the books contain nothing.
Ooh.
That's even worse.
Yes.
As the party discovers yet more possible gates, this place is like a fucking sieve. Gates everywhere. Plus, you've even heard about gates out in the wilderness that nobody's bothered to check out yet because there's too many other things going on. And of course, Doc Fulton's been to a place where he found yet other shit. New gates they had to go overseas for. But there's no time for that now. So, Doc, you've checked things out thoroughly with your glasses. But as far as getting everybody into it, exactly what do you do?
Well, I had everybody put their hand on me, and then I will concentrate and step through.
Take a card. You all link up physically, and then Doc, since you've been in there before on your own, i.e., you've made it once before. Give me an essence times 5. It's normally essence times 2 until you succeed in essence times 2, and that's essence times 5 to go in and out. So Doc takes you in. So you guys, if you ever want to go on your own, still need essence times 2 rolls.
How often can we try?
Once per day or two or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys go into this remarkably old, ancient library. It smells like dust and shit. Yana, you see that book is still on the shelves. And there's books made from human skin, books made from skin, other things. There are.
Please don't vandalize the books.
But
let me show you a picture now. I'll tell you something that there isn't. There isn't a fucking card catalog. There isn't a Dewey Decimal System. There isn't a lot in the way of organization. This is another one of those long-term projects where you could literally hire staff, and I know how many man years it will take for them to organize shit.
Catalog it.
Uh-huh. And then after that, it'll become a useful research thing. Until then, you're just kind of blundering around. I'm looking for pictures of the coolness of the hidden library. Ah, there it is. Right. In the middle, toward the bottom a little bit where it says old library hidden,
Oh, yeah.
that is the kind of shit there that's in here. As you can tell, it is fucking huge. And after you're done looking at those pictures, let me know, because somebody has left some books on a table and they appear to have no dust upon them.
Someone's been here. What about the floor?
The floor appears to be made out of good solid wood.
Is it dusty though?
Oh yeah. Aside from all the confusing footprints and stuff, yes. Actually, sorry, it's just one book has been left out. Are you guys done looking at those pictures?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let me know if anybody wants to go fuck with the book that's been left out.
You didn't leave this book out, Doc?
You know what? I don't even know if that's the same. Like, I don't know. Is this the same book I saw before?
Quite possibly. I'm not sure who saw this book before, but would you like to look through it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dink. There you go. It's in the bottom right.
Yes.
Enjoy.
I'm gonna roll my Cthulhu Mythos.
Yes.
Okay.
Mildred, you may
almost
not
made
wish
it.
to look at it. Oh, cool pictures.
I was so close to making my Cthulhu Mythos too.
Did you roll a 5%?
Yes, I did.
Doesn't your
Do you
Cthulhu
have-
Mythos start at your learn?
Holy shit! Then I did make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was going to say we've got Cthulhu Mythos from previous stuff, Doc.
There you go.
You
Yeah.
and I.
It's just
From
all the
some
Cthulhu
other stuff we
Mythos
did.
is in this campaign
Right.
is a very
Yeah.
it's a very specialized occult lore that doesn't decrease your sanity.
Exactly. When we were dealing with the King in Yellow stuff,
Mm.
I think we both got Cthulhu Mythos then.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
So those are the kind of pictures you see
All right.
in that book. And I don't even need to describe them because I know that you guys can identify the various types of monsteries and
I
stuff.
was just trying to read the writing.
That I cannot help you with. That's totally on you guys.
I shall touch a decoder ring to it.
Cool. You'll have to figure out what it means on your own, but I have no idea.
Does it decode a individual page or the entire book?
Page.
Okay. That's partly why I did it, because it was one of the things we were trying to work out, if it's
Good.
a page or an entire book.
There you go.
Yeah, I wasn't doing it to see what the writing is. I was doing it just to test the theory.
Mhm.
So we've got Mygo. We've got Deep Ones. Looks like a Gug. Night Gaunts. An Elderthing. Bayaki, maybe. Possibly a Shoggoth. Not sure if that's supposed to be Shoggoth or what that's supposed to be. Okay. Looks like it's German or something.
Hmm.
Maybe not. Okay. We are here now. Let's see what we can find.
Yeah, okay.
Well, from what you said, there's no Dewey Decimal System and stuff, so it's pretty much just scanning the books until we find stuff that looks like it might be useful, or...
That won't give you shit. You will be at essentially how I'm going to handle it is you are going to have a severe negative to library research for any topics you're wanting. Because if you're just looking for interesting books, I had no fucking clue.
Yeah,
But
no,
if you're
no,
looking
no.
for specific information,
Yeah. Well, we're looking for information on Zog.
Zog and Vince Clortho.
sure.
Yes, exactly.
Everybody give me library use at -60. Good luck. You wander around hoping.
There you go.
Fuck you.
Nice.
It's actually at half as well.
You're just a horrible person.
I also have, if anybody fails theirs and we want to, this is a good place to get information, I do have a master researcher.
Oh, huh. You're all horrible players.
Damn it, I failed.
Mm-hmm. So,
Grade you a reroll for the master research.
right. Zog, as far as you can find out in some of the super old books that have pictures and stuff. Oh, give me your Etruscan roll, please. Etruscan language. There we go. Look at Yana. Yeah, you suck, Logan. Otherwise, it's a picture book.
No.
Anybody else want to try their Etruscan? Yeah. Cool. Right. The book that you found, it essentially shows a lot of like Zog at the head of the army, and it shows him and his people bravely saving women, cattle, and gold from burning buildings and stuff. So they're just saving these things from.
Have you tried taking books out of here, Doc?
No, not yet.
Okay. Because I was thinking, worst comes to worst, if we can take it out, we then just decoder ring on this page, decoder ring on the next page, decoder ring on the next page.
Well, I was going to say it's easy enough for Doc that he can pretty much walk in and out of here at will. You guys can eventually do that as well, but if your essence is a 20,
it's just going to take a while for us to read it. But yes, we can never understand Etruscan. We can just use the decoder rings to interpret it one page at a time.
Well, I was going to say you've got several decoder rings you can pop onto the pages now if you felt like it.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, it's pretty simply written. The pictures allow you to get the main gist. Between the decoder rings on interesting looking pages and all the pictures and stuff, essentially this dude's a badass. And he's it's again mentioned that he attacks like a disease. And just rips through places. And he gets all the most violent sociopaths to follow him. And by the way, quick side note to the woman with no name, this looks like the kind of guy who's decisive and knows what he wants out of life. And he has a job.
Speaking of which, Mildred, have you been having any, sounds like someone's whispering stuff to you, or feeling like a pull, or being drawn?
I feel drawn now when I see this, but no.
Okay.
Well, she's also been drunk most of the time, so she
sure. Oh, just the thing. It's like he gets into people's heads and seems to pull particular personalities to him. So we're not sure how he does that. So we haven't we haven't encountered it ourselves, Doc and I. So we're just
Yeah,
curious if
clean
others of
things.
our group have had encountered it.
No. Why do we want to fight this guy?
Because he's going to destroy worlds and let Yog suffer through and cause lots more stuff to be destroyed.
But he seems like fun person to hang out with. Like,
He's holding one of his followers is like holding up a bottle of alcohol, looking at you. It's almost like he's offering you a bottle of alcohol. And another one's holding up some sort of scepter and kind of looking in your direction, like we would buy this for you.
guys, what if we like join him instead of destroying him? That's almost the same. It's solving the problem.
How's that solving the problem?
You just don't have to deal with him anymore. You just have fun destroying things.
Just have fun destroying things.
Come on.
Yeah.
No takers.
Well, the thing is,
Bye.
it's gonna. I think
You're so
it'll
strange.
it will lead to end times, end game, game over.
Well, what do you have to live for anyway?
I enjoy living.
You do?
Yes, don't you?
Like sometimes, but usually it is when I'm doing something somebody else don't want me doing, so that I stop enjoying it because they don't want me to do it. So it's like,
The pop-up
Fair
book
enough.
of phobias is right over there, by the way.
mm,
Super thin, though.
uh,
I wouldn't open it.
No, I wouldn't either.
I
They don't
know.
want you to do it.
Mm.
So
I
was
know.
there anything? Was there anything on Vince in the book?
Not a lot. No, he's not really dealt with. He's a very minor figure comparatively. Um, Essentially, he was the guy who had boxed up evil for later type of deal. Is what you're getting out of it.
So pretty much what we're seeing here is what we already know. There's nothing. Doesn't appear to be nothing
Apparently,
new.
there's not a lot extra to it. And the weird thing is that usually history is more messy than this. There's more other characters and stuff on the sides,
Yeah, yeah.
but this doesn't feel like that for reasons. It's probably fully explained in the pop-up book of phobias.
Of course.
A book that everybody should get for their kids.
Mhm.
We at Anytime Anywhere endorse this book. Buy it for your children. Whichever pages they scream at, that's their phobias.
Mm.
I apparently do actually have a pop-up book of phobias as well. Holy shit. Oh, I don't know why.
Mm.
Neat. By Reinhardt. Hmm.
Okay.
But who is the Vincent guy?
I found somebody in. Excuse me. I found somebody at the University of St. Angeles that was an expert on Zog mythology, and according to him, during ancient Greece times, Zog was going through killing everyone mortal, couldn't be stopped, and then there's supposed to be this sword that can stop him, but nobody could find the sword, and then the Atlanteans assisted, in particular this guy called Vince Corvo, and basically trapped him
Okay.
But we were speculating that it was muddled because that is the name. Vince Corvo is the name of a character in the film Ghostbusters.
Ah,
Are you familiar with that film?
I know it exists. I didn't see it, of course.
Okay. So yes. Anyway, but he in the film he's the gatekeeper. Oh no, is
Okay.
he the keymaster or the gatekeeper?
He's the keymaster.
Keymaster. Yes, sorry, he's the keymaster. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and your daughter is the gatekeeper.
All
Yes.
right.
So we were speculating that the film, like the main bad in the film was something called Gozer, which is if you
The
drop
Destroyer.
the ER, it goes the destroyer. So if you drop the ER, you get Goz, which is Zog backwards.
Mm-hmm. Right. Huh.
So we were speculating that there's something weird going on there with, and like as we're finding here with the books, with what we can find about it, the information seems a bit concise and a bit doesn't seem to match what we'd normally expect to find.
Hmm.
So, and then when you've got that, was it that prophecy poem, whatever, and it mentions about Yog Sothoth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So whether or not they like the key master, and so part of it is we're wondering if Vince Corfo was actually Zog, as in the one and the same. And he's the key master, and Janice
Yeah.
is the gatekeeper, and if he gets hold of her,
Yeah,
Yog
that kind
Sothoth
of
comes through.
that makes sense.
So,
Mm.
which is why we're trying to confirm our suspicions and find more about
Yeah.
it to see if we're reading between the lines correctly or not,
Yeah.
and also to see if we can find any information about where he is and how do we get. We know we knew of the gate that we found, but we removed that connection of the gate. So, excuse me, how do we get Alex and Zog together?
Yeah. Okay.
Your opinion, based on your evidence analysis skill roll, is
I'm assuming this is nice, Chris.
The dice are fucking with me today.
They are. They are. And they are not with me.
Yana, are the dice with you too?
Kind of.
Right. Well, Mister, I got a fucking critical because I am a Jedi master. Should turn you small and green and have you right around like, oh wait, shit, you wouldn't be able to do her wheelbarrow then. Anyway, the important thing is you pretty much got all the information that seems to be available now, which is pretty much what you knew. The only piece of information you really don't have that you had access to, but then discarded, Yana, reduce your hand by one, is his exact location, simply because nobody went to that horrible, horrible place.
That's right.
But you're guessing that you may end up finding that possibly during season 4. Stay tuned. So, yeah. Of course, it does seem tricky if they're doing things like riding dinosaurs with lasers mounted on them and shit. Awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I mean, it's nothing you haven't faced 100 times before. A fucking 8-ton fucking reptile that's breathing fire and some asshole on top of it with a laser turret. I mean, this is just normal shit for you guys, but
It's Tuesday.
says the one guy with a fucking lightsaber. And George Lucas is looking for your ass too, right?
I hope so.
He's gonna fuck a stormtrooper to find out where you are. That's how he does his augury.
But he always misses that ass.
Oh man. So, right. You guys are hanging
Right.
out, chilling in your library, sniffing the dust.
I suppose the only other thing is whether or not Zog would come out to play if Janice was about. We
Yes.
could use Janice as a lure.
Yes.
That's cool, man.
Let's do it. Let's use the terrible thing as a
But
let's
we
put
don't
it
have
in.
we don't have the sword, so we can't do it until Alex is
It
around.
doesn't matter. Let's just put it into dangerous situation anyway.
If I thought that Google Hangouts could handle it, and if I thought that it was possible, I would love to have one session where it's just like 15 people on, but it would just be a fucking nightmare of everybody trying to talk over each other.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't think that'd work out well. 3 seems to be about right. So I'm sure that Alex would gladly give up his beloved sword to one of you to go deal with him.
Yep.
Or maybe you don't actually need that. Maybe a simple lightsaber, will take on the guy that shows like catapulted stones smashing off of his head and him looking irritated, like, "Argh!"
Maybe if I
Sorry, go on.
maybe if I offered her to Zog, he would then be my friend then.
Yeah.
And what benefit would that be?
It's fun. He seems like a good person. I don't know. I need some friends with similar hobbies.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure he's got similar hobbies to you. I don't think he's into skinning people. And trying
But
to
look
tan
at
their
it.
hides.
He does
He's
like
massacring.
he does like decoration and he Halloween type decorations. He likes putting people on spikes and shit.
See?
A little bit of impaling. So yeah, it's like your hobby.
He has good taste.
Piles of human heads in a big pyramid and shit. How could that go wrong?
Yeah.
In one of the pictures, it shows like pile of human heads, and then next picture shows him bursting out of it, and all the troops going, looking delighted and surprised. It's the Zog equivalent of coming out of a birthday cake, I guess.
He likes to have fun, so I don't know why you want to destroy him.
Mm-hmm.
You are the evil ones, I think.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
So apparently, Fulton going into the trashed wreckage of prison and eventually managing to assemble a lightsaber out of the scraps left by other PCs who seemed intent on breaking everything they could before moving on, has finally paid off for him. The RPCs were not well pleased when they discovered that there were some surviving parts and shit.
Why do they still want to try to make their own?
Well, they did, but they thought that they destroyed everything, which they had destroyed all of their stuff. So, yeah.
Are they still looking for lightsabers?
They appear to have forgotten that they exist and moved on with their lives.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I mean, I have enough stuff to make. I have 3 more tries.
Well, you could talk to Yana. She desperately needs something that would do some fucking damage.
You know how to use a sword yet?
No.
There you go.
It shows her doing the Luke Skywalker thing of turning it on while looking into it and the beam coming out the back of her head.
So why can't you make it dagger-sized? Why does it have to be sword-sized?
You know what? I could try to make it dagger-sized. However, it would be less damage.
Yeah,
And
no,
then
I
at that
understand.
point, it's not going to matter because your knives do good damage, like good damage.
Yeah. I was just thinking but the fact, as we saw against the Ogre Magi, for example, they seem to be a lot slower in healing up against it.
Right. It's good at negating regen because it cauterizes the wound.
Yeah.
Mine,
On some creatures.
right. On mine, it does negate. Like I don't have, it cuts through armor on mine. But
Okay.
mine's also mastercrafted. I can
Oh.
actually put mine in. I could put mine in my sword pocket.
Okay. So you had a few extra things done with yours, did you?
When I made mine, I made it mastercrafted with the card and then crit.
Nice.
That will probably not be repeated, is my guess.
Yeah.
It was so good. Not only did I make the mastercrafted one, but I was able to make just a side one.
Mm-hmm.
The funny part is if I actually have written next to it the Zog Saber. Yep. So if you can have it, all it does is 1d10.
I was gonna say, doesn't your kukri do that, Pete?
My kukri does D8.
But you have a strength bonus.
Yes.
Yeah, mine
And
does
master.
D12. And then I have a strength bonus.
Yeah. That's right. All right. Do we have any idea who this Swift character is?
He's a evil sorcerer. Supposed to be good for you. Is it J Swift or
Doesn't have an initial on it.
Gotcha.
All right. I suppose, is there anything else we want to get out of this library while we're here for the moment?
Well, eventually you two will be able to come and go as you wish.
Yeah.
You'll be locked out forever.
Yeah, I was thinking, is there anything else that we want to research while we're here?
Yeah.
That research roll took hours going through shit. It's like, is anything in English? Do we have an English section? No. What's this? Aramaic, etc.
You know, I'm gonna pop a charge of the glasses looking around here.
There's all kinds of different magical books that it says, stay tuned for future seasons.
Okay.
I suppose the question is there any books here that may be able to teach us rank 1?
That's a great question. Those kind of books are not necessarily innately magical, but each of you can try at, again, your -60 because you have no way to fucking organize your library yet, and you are limited in languages, so do it at -60, and if you make it, then I will give you 3 random rolls to see what beginner spells you've got in your library.
I'll pop a reroll because
yeah, you get 1 shot.
No, don't have any additional cards that give a bonus.
It's a -60, you said, Logan?
And a reroll.
It's by half, almost a crit.
Such a bad man. Anybody else get it? Okay. Let me start doing some counting and shit here.
And remember, you have that card, Pete.
Which card?
Failed library research into a critical.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
True. I'll play that as well, Logan.
Okay.
So make it 8.
3 plus 3 is 8.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said 4 random.
Ah. Oh, wait a second. I'm figuring out how many different possibilities there are real quick.
Hopefully we'll get some interesting stuff or stuff we don't know. And at the very least, if we can then note down what the books look like and where they are, so we can tell others about them.
You can do better than that. You can move them over to like a little section and go, here you go. Yeah. Oh, by the way, analyze magic rolls for something else. We got to burn this motherfucker to the ground to really get all the we can out of it, says Doc Fulton. Burn it to the ground.
Nope.
Do any of you have a reroll?
Burn it right down to the fucking water line. Yeah.
No, sorry.
All right. So I have a replenish.
Burn!
I think I'm going to play the rapid card cycler first.
Okay.
Yeah.
1,
good move.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Does anybody have a retrieve?
Nah.
All right.
11, 12.
Well, actually, I should do that in reverse. I should play the replenish.
18.
Does everybody have crappy cards, or do you have cards you want to hold on to?
I've got 1 card. I'll play. It's not as bad as it looks. Convert my. Actually, are you badly damaged at all, Yana? Who are badly damaged?
I have 4 damage.
Bleeding.
Okay, I have 5 damage, so I'll play it on myself then.
Do we want to give cards to some NPC?
That would knock the bad guy off card play if you do.
Yeah. Let's do that. Take the bad guy out of card play.
Yeah.
You have to find a specific NPC, though.
Do you have any ideas?
We could. What about the caretaker here? That since he's taking care of our shit, it's good to have him have some cards.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, he'll be back as soon as Yana leaves. It shows him on the rooftop watching, waiting. I'll get back to work eventually, he says. The bad guy had a party escape. I was like, yeah, you guys are fucked.
All right, so everybody discard, and then I'll toss the replenish on top, and we'll refill.
It's 3.
Let's see, drawing 4 for the foreman. The foreman, his first name will be George, I think.
George, the foreman. George Foreman.
Of course. Of fucking course. Anybody get a nope?
No. As I said, I've got to replenish, but that's about it.
World of Pain.
Yeah.
Ah, says George. He was going to play his happy pie and impress you. Okay. Right. So, are you sticking with that 100 burning burn?
No, I'll drop a pause.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Cut of a half.
Right. You guys are thinking that it's a really good idea not to change too much in the visible part of the picture. There's a lot of library that's not visible from the picture, but if you change too much of the picture part, then it may end up making it so that the thing doesn't work anymore.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Please
that
make
makes
a
sense.
note of it. Now, for you two horrible people that both made their library research roll before knocking everybody out of card play, each of you roll 3d20. You want different numbers. I don't care if they're different. If they're the same, then you have multiple copies. If your shit matches each other's, you have multiple copies. If you roll a 20, re-roll, because I think we've only got 19. Oh, Pete's got 2 copies of number 13. Yes, you can spend hero points to re-roll one of the d20 or all of the d20 or some of the d20 if you feel like it. But you don't have to. You can simply have multiple copies. I have no idea what it's going to be. I'm determining it at random. So you've done all your rolls. Are you happy with those?
Let's see, we've got 13, 10, 4, 5. How much do we really want a different one?
It's a 25%. Isn't it like 25 now? Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 25% chance of getting a dupe.
Yeah. So
It's up to you.
Yeah, plus you may already know some of these from other stuff. You might get like the
yeah.
But
no,
it is
because there's
now.
Take on.
So what's the lowest number you have?
2.
1, 2. There's the control. Excuse me, the control tree. Hinder movement.
Is that the?
Oh, yes, the books also do have a learning percentage. So not quite automatic, but it's simple and well explained. All right, so you've got the hinder movement on the control tree. What's the next lowest number?
5.
Isn't there a 4? Don't I see a 4?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes. 4.
3,
Sorry.
4. Earth, remove tracks. Earth tree.
Yeah, I got that one.
And 5, you say?
Yes.
Empathy tree, sense life.
Yeah, I've got that.
Next number?
10.
6, 7, 8. The meta tree.
Ooh,
Spell helper.
nice.
That was 10.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Next lowest number?
13.
13.
11, 12.
Two
Oh,
13s.
you lucky fuckers. Okay, you have 2 copies of the nullification tree. The first spell is invisibility nullification, which is fun.
Nullify invis.
Well, invisibility nullification is what I call it. If anybody actually learns it, it'll be a copy paste. Is that it, or is there more? That was 10, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
2,
it.
3, 4.
No, that was 13.
That was 30. So that's it.